Hello everyone. In today's video we will be solving your worksheets from the previous week. So we will begin immediately with Wednesday's exercise. As you can see here, I've already written down the formulas that we are going to be using to solve these exercises. So by knowing which one of the weights we are looking for, we are going to use the appropriate formula to find our answer. Here you can see in exercise number 1, an exercise that is exactly like the one that we did on the live Zoom meetings last week. So we know 2 of the weights and we're looking for the third one. So here in the first one, we don't know the gross weight, we know the other 2. So we're going to need to do 12.3 kilograms plus 35.8 kilograms. Now, if we do this vertically, what we are going to find is 48.1 kilograms. Next up, we are looking for the net weight, meaning we're going to use this formula. We need to subtract the other 2. We need to do 4.2 minus 0.8. And that is going to give us 3.4. This is tons. Don't get confused. Now we're looking for the tare weight. So again, we need to subtract the other 2. So we're going to do 10.4 minus 7.9. And what is that going to give us? That is going to give us 2.5, and again, it is tons. Let's move on. Okay, the fruit basket has a gross weight of 14.56 basically kilograms. The fruits weigh 12.8 kilograms. What is the tare weight? So since it's asking, the problem is straight up asking us, what is the tare weight? That means that what we don't know is the tare weight. Well, what is the tare weight in this problem? Again, remember, the tare weight is the container. It is the outside. It is the thing that the packaging, basically, the thing that packages whatever my product is. It's the outside, right? So in this case of a fruit basket, that would be the basket, because that's where I put the fruits. So I want to find how much the basket costs. And to do that, I'm going to need to subtract the gross weight and the net weight. So here's the gross weight. The problem again tells us, and it tells us that the fruits weigh 12.8 kilograms. That's the net weight. So we're going to need to do 14.56 minus 12.8. So let's write that down. 14.56 minus 12.8. And let's make it so that these are all lined up. There we go. Now, of course, here beneath the 6, since there's nothing here, it's like there's a 0. So let's get solving. 6 minus 0 is going to give me a 6. I can't do 5 take away 8, so I'm going to do 15 take away 8, which is going to give me 7. And then I need to do 4 take away 3, because it just borrowed. 4 take away 3 makes 1. And then 1 take away 1 makes 0, which I can avoid writing entirely. So my answer is 1.76 kilograms. 1.76 kilograms. Next up, we have a truck that transports flour, and it weighs 7.56 tons without the flour. So the empty truck weighs 4.56 tons. The flour weighs 12.34 tons, and it's asking us what is the gross weight. So, okay, we know how much the truck weighs. We know how much the flour weighs, but we need to understand which one of these weights each one of this is. The problem is asking us what the gross weight is. So immediately we know that we are here. We're in the first type of problem where we're looking for the gross weight. the empty truck is, of course, the container. So that would make it the tare weight. And the flour is the contents of the package, the insides of it. So that would make it the um, net weight. And we need, in order to find the gross weight, we need to add these two up. So we're going to need to do 12.34 plus 4.56. So let's get started on that. 4 and 6 makes 10, so I'm going to write 0 and carry 1. 3 and 5 makes 8, plus 1 that I carried over makes 9. Then the decimal point takes the elevator down, and then 2 and 4 makes 6, and then 1 with nothing makes 1. So my answer is 16.9. That is the gross weight, 16.9 tons. That's pretty heavy. If you need to copy any of the answers or check your answers, just pause the video. And we should be putting lines here. So there we go. Again, pause the video if you want to check any of your answers. Let's move on. Okay, let's go in here. A big can with oil has a gross weight of 87.95 kilograms. Its tare weight is 15.45 kilograms. How many kilos does the oil weigh? If you don't understand why I'm not reading this 0 here, why I don't read the zeros, again, if you don't remember, we've said this before many times when we were doing decimal numbers. When the zeros are at the far right end of the number after the decimal point, so again, after the decimal point, after the decimal point. If they are to the far right of the number, I can avoid writing them completely. I can pretend that they don't exist, actually. Just like when I have a normal number that isn't a decimal number. Let's say I have 35. Let's say I have 35. If I were to put a 0 in front of it, that doesn't change the number. The number is the same. It's still 35. So I can ignore it, basically. It's the same thing with decimal numbers. So it's asking us how many kilos does the oil weigh? So right away, let's try and figure out what weight we are looking for, okay? It's telling us that the gross weight is this much. And the tare weight is this much. So immediately we know these two. We know the gross weight and the tare weight. And we just said that the gross weight is 87.95 kilograms. And we know that the tare weight is 15.45 kilograms. So which one are we looking for in that case? Well, we're looking for the net weight. That's the one we don't have. And if you remember from our formulas before, we need to subtract these two in order to find the net weight. Now, if you write this vertically in here, what you're going to find from doing the subtraction is 72 kilograms. That's what you're going to find. That's the net weight. If you subtract these two, that's what you get. Next problem. A large jar of jam has a gross weight of 2,075 grams. Okay, so immediately we know the gross weight. Next up, we know that the empty jar weighs 256 grams. How much does the jam weigh? Okay, so here it's not telling us what two of the weights are. It's telling us what the gross weight is, so the full jar with the jam, right? But then it gives us that the empty jar weighs 256 grams. So we need to figure out which weight that is. Is that the tare weight or is that the net weight? We already know the gross weight is 2,075. But we need to figure out what this is. Well, since it says the empty jar, try to think of it like this. Picture a jar full of jam. Is the jar the inside or the outside? Well, it's the outside, so that would make it the tare weight. Meaning that to find the answer, I'm going to have to, since this is the tare weight, if you remember from the formulas from before, uh, the net weight is what we're looking for, the jam, how much the jam, the inside. And to find the net weight, we need to subtract the other two. So we are going to have to do 2075 minus 256. And if we do this subtraction, what we're going to get is a 9 here, and a 1 here, and a 7 here, and a 1 here, 1,719. And all of this is, let's not forget that all of this is grams. So my answer is 1,719 grams. 1,719 grams. Next up. An empty truck weighs 1,400 kilograms. It carries 100 boxes. The weight of each box is 48 kilograms. What is the gross weight of the truck? So here, it's not giving us any of the weights, but it is telling us which one we're looking for. We are looking for the gross weight. If you remember from before, from the formulas, to find the gross weight, we need to add the other two. So we have here a truck that is filled with boxes, right? So the outside in this case would be the truck, and the inside would be the boxes. So the weight of the empty truck would be the tare weight, right? That's 1,400 kilograms. That's the tare weight, the outside. Then does something different than the previous problems. It doesn't tell us the weight, the net weight exactly. Like before, in the previous problems, in all the previous problems, we were given 3 weights, right? Well, we were given 2 weights, sorry, and we just needed to figure out if we need to add or subtract and which one from which one. Here, it does something different. It doesn't tell us the net weight. It's asking us basically to first figure out the net weight because it's saying, okay, well, there are 100 boxes, and each box weighs 48 kilograms. So the net weight would be the weight of all the boxes, not just one box, right? So knowing the weight of one box, I can figure out the weight of 100 boxes by multiplying 48 times 100. 48 times 100 would give me 4,100 kilograms. That is the weight of all the boxes. And to figure out the gross weight, I would need to add these two. If I add these two, what I'm going to find is 6,200 kilograms. And that is my answer. You could write that vertically if you wanted to. There we go. And that's my answer. That is the gross weight. That is the weight of the truck filled with the boxes. So that'll be all for today. I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye.